15 reasons the UK is the best country in the world. What really makes a country the best in the world? Some might say it's riches, size, or sunshine. But let's be honest, soul matters more. And the United Kingdom has plenty of it. From timeless traditions and endless green hills to brilliant minds and unbeatable humor, Britain is more than just a country. It's a way of life. In this video, we'll explore 15 reasons the UK is the best country in the world. If you've ever found joy in a rainy walk or pride in a proper cup of tea, this list is your anthem. 15. British humor is second to none. Dry, witty, sarcastic. British humor is legendary. It's one of the UK's greatest cultural exports and a key reason why the UK is the best country in the world. From Shakespeare's clever wordplay to the timeless absurdity of Monty Python, the British have always found a way to laugh at life and themselves. What makes British humor so special is how deeply it's woven into everyday life. It's not just the famous comedians or shows like Fawlty Towers, The Office, or Gavin and Stacey. It's the bloke at the bus stop cracking a one-liner. It's the pub landlord with endless puns. It's the ability to make even a disaster seem amusing, as long as no one's hurt. Humor here is subtle, often understated, and deliciously self-deprecating. It's about cleverness, not volume. It invites connection, breaks the ice, and eases tension. Even awkward moments are turned into comedy gold. In fact, many say humor is Britain's social glue. When you're not quite sure how to start a conversation, you joke about the weather. If something's gone terribly wrong, you make a joke to carry on. It's more than a laugh. It's a coping mechanism, a cultural code, and a shared language. And in a world that often takes itself too seriously, that's an incredibly refreshing thing. 14. The UK's history is woven into every brick. History doesn't just live in books in the UK, it lives in buildings, in place names, in daily habits. Few countries offer such visible, walkable history as Britain. Roman walls still outline cities like York. Norman castles guard ancient hills. Tudor timbered homes stand firm beside Georgian terraces and Victorian rows. This is a country where you can sip a pint in a pub that's older than some entire nations. Cities like Bath still bask in Roman splendor. The Tower of London has seen over 1,000 years of power plays, plots, and coronations. And country villages still carry the charm of medieval England. Yet what makes the UK's history so captivating is how it coexists with modern life. A 1,000-year-old cathedral might sit beside a high-street fashion shop. A World War II bunker may now house a community cafe. History is not boxed up here, it's blended into the fabric of today. School kids take field trips to castles, and locals pass by monuments on their way to the market. It's a daily, effortless relationship with the past. This ever-present sense of time gives the UK its unique atmosphere. You feel it in the stonework, the street names, the rituals. It's a depth of identity that makes Britain feel rooted, wise, and timeless. 13. The countryside is pure poetry. If ever a landscape could speak in verses, it would be the British countryside. From the honeystone cottages of the Cotswolds to the wild-weathered cliffs of Cornwall, the scenery of the UK is pure poetry. And that's not just a turn of phrase, it's inspired generations of poets, painters, and wanderers. Take a train ride through the Highlands, a walk across the Yorkshire Dales, or a picnic beside a lake in the Lake District, and you'll understand. These places don't shout with grandeur, they whisper with beauty. There's a gentleness to it all, a kind of stillness that resets your soul. But the real magic? Accessibility. Britain's vast network of public footpaths means you don't need to own land or hire a guide. Just put on your boots and go. You can walk through meadows, climb stiles, and pass through ancient woodlands as if time forgot them. Add to that the dry stone walls, grazing sheep and crooked trees. And you're not in a postcard. You're in Britain's beating green heart. Whether it's the rolling fields of Shropshire or the jagged coastline of Northumberland, the UK's countryside isn't just scenery. It's serenity. It's identity. And it's one of the many reasons the UK is the best country in the world. 12. It's the birthplace of modern music legends. If music is the soundtrack of life, then much of that soundtrack has a Union Jack on the cover. The UK has given us some of the most iconic musical acts the world has ever known. The Beatles, Queen, David Bowie, Adele, Ed Sheeran, Stormzy. The list is long and loud. Genres like punk, Britpop, new wave, and grime didn't just arrive in Britain. They were born here. Cities like Liverpool, Manchester, London, and Sheffield aren't just geographical points. They're musical meccas. Walk down Abbey Road and you're literally in history. Step into Glastonbury Festival and you're in the heart of musical celebration. And it's not just the stars, it's the scene. The UK has one of the most vibrant live music cultures in the world. From tiny pubs in Bristol to legendary venues like the O2 and Wembley, live music pulses through British veins. What makes British music special is its soul. It's fearless, honest, political, playful. It captures both rebellion and vulnerability. This nation doesn't just produce hitmakers, it produces game changers. And when your country is on the world's playlist, you know you're doing something right. 11. British people are brilliantly modest. Let's talk about the secret ingredient that makes Britain truly brilliant. The people. British people have a unique charm that's hard to pin down, but instantly recognizable. They're modest without being meek, funny without being flashy, kind without expecting a thank you. Politeness isn't just a social formality, it's a national instinct. You'll hear sorry when someone gets bumped into. Cheers at the end of every sentence. You all right? Used more often than hello. It's everyday kindness that threads through daily life. And then there's the resilience, the quiet courage in times of crisis, the way communities come together during floods, snowstorms, or power cuts. The spirit of keep calm and carry on isn't just a slogan, it's a mindset. Brits don't shout about their greatness, but it's there in the neighbor who checks in, the stranger who helps carry your shopping, the football fan who shares a pint and a story. They may seem reserved at first, but give it a moment and you'll find warmth, wit, and wisdom. The people of Britain have a brilliant blend of heart and humor. And when people are this genuine, that's when you know you're in the best country in the world. 10. British education is world-class. When you think of world-class education, the UK sits proudly near the top of the list. With prestigious institutions like Oxford, Cambridge, and Imperial College London, Britain has been educating the brightest minds for centuries. But it's not just the big names. Its education system as a whole inspires critical thinking, curiosity, and creativity. British universities consistently rank among the top in the world, attracting students from over 180 countries. The UK offers a global classroom where ideas meet from every continent. Whether it's cutting-edge research in medicine, economics, or engineering, British campuses buzz with innovation. And it starts early. Primary and secondary schools foster a strong sense of debate, personal responsibility, and intellectual growth. Programs like A-levels and the International Baccalaureate have long set global benchmarks. Many of the world's most influential scientists, authors, thinkers, and leaders studied in Britain. And beyond degrees, it's a place where learning becomes a lifelong attitude. Education in Britain doesn't just build careers. It builds character, culture, and confidence. When a country invests so deeply in developing minds, it's no wonder the UK stands tall. 9. It's a hotspot for global innovation. The UK doesn't just look to the future, it invents it. From the steam engine to the World Wide Web, Britain's contributions to global progress are staggering. It's a nation that has consistently imagined, designed, and built what others thought impossible. Take Tim Berners-Lee, who invented the web, or Alan Turing, the father of modern computing. Think of breakthroughs in genetics, physics, and telecommunications, all led by British scientists. The UK is also a world leader in renewable energy, artificial intelligence, pharmaceuticals, and space technology. The government actively supports tech startups, and cities like London, Cambridge, and Manchester are major innovation hubs. What makes British innovation special is its combination of history and modernity. You'll find centuries-old universities collaborating with state-of-the-art labs. Old knowledge fuels new discoveries. The drive to question, create, and improve is in the DNA of this country. That pioneering spirit is why the UK is the best country in the world for both thinkers and doers. 8. The UK does tea better than anyone. Tea isn't just a drink in the UK, it's a national ritual, a source of comfort, and a symbol of unity. Morning, noon, or night, there's always time for a brew. Whether it's a strong builder's tea or a fancy Earl Grey in bone china, Brits take their tea seriously. The act of making tea is part therapy, part hospitality. It shows care. It calms nerves. It marks the rhythm of the day. Feeling tired? Have a tea. Celebrating? Put the kettle on. Had an argument? Let's sit down with a cuppa. And then there's afternoon tea. A full experience with dainty sandwiches, fresh scones, and little cakes that look too pretty to eat. It's elegant, indulgent, and proudly British. Tea also plays a starring role in community life. At church halls, office kitchens, and rainy day living rooms, the kettle keeps everyone going. This little cup says a lot, and that's why in the UK, tea is love, and the UK is the best country in the world for it. 7. British architecture is iconic. From medieval cathedrals to futuristic glass towers, British architecture tells a tale of centuries. The UK is a canvas where the past and future live side by side. In one street, you might pass Roman walls, Georgian facades, and a sleek, modern theatre, all within minutes. London alone showcases everything from Westminster Abbey to the Gherkin. Edinburgh's Old Town feels like stepping into a fantasy novel, while Bath glows with Roman and Georgian splendor. Even small villages surprise you with timber-framed houses or ancient stone bridges. What sets UK architecture apart is its charm and contrast. Buildings aren't sterile, they have personality. Wrought iron railings, tiled mosaics, ornate carvings, a sense of place. British architects have also shaped skylines abroad, from Sir Norman Foster's global landmarks to Zaha Hadid's futuristic visions. But it's at home that the story feels richest. When buildings tell stories, and Britons do, it's more than beauty. It's identity in stone. That's what makes Britain remarkable. 6. British literature changed the world. Few nations have gifted the world so many beloved stories and characters. Shakespeare gave us timeless drama. Jane Austen captured love and wit. Charles Dickens held up a mirror to society. J.R.R. Tolkien built entire worlds. And J.K. Rowling created one that children still dream about every night. British literature isn't just influential, it's foundational. Many modern storytelling forms trace back to British pens. Whether it's mystery, fantasy, romance, or satire, British authors helped shape the genres we know today. But it's not just the classics. Today's literary stars, like Zadie Smith, Hilary Mantel, and Neil Gaiman, continue to innovate and inspire. Book festivals flourish, bookshops thrive, and libraries remain treasured across the UK. Even the streets honor authors. In Stratford-upon-Avon, you walk where Shakespeare walked. In Oxford, you sit where Tolkien and C.S. Lewis debated dragons and gods. Books in the UK are more than paper. They're heritage, and that's another reason the UK is the best country in the world. 5. The UK blends tradition and modernity beautifully. The UK wears its history with pride, but doesn't get stuck in the past. It's one of the few countries that can host a royal coronation in the morning and a tech summit in the afternoon. Here, tradition and transformation live in perfect harmony. Think of London, home to Big Ben and blockchain startups, or Cambridge, where ancient colleges fuel cutting-edge biotech. It's a country where bowler hats and bucket hats both belong. This duality is a superpower. You can take tea in a 400-year-old tea room, then stream a documentary on your smartphone, filmed just down the road. You can attend a medieval reenactment one weekend and an international film festival the next. In the UK, reverence for the old inspires reinvention for the new. This cultural rhythm of continuity and creativity makes Britain feel ever relevant and ever remarkable. That balance is hard to find elsewhere, and it's one of the reasons the UK stands out globally. 4. The royal family is one of a kind. Love them or not, the British royal family is a defining part of the UK's identity. It adds ceremony, spectacle, and continuity to the national story. Few other institutions generate global interest quite like the royals. From state visits to weddings, the world tunes in. The changing of the guard, trooping the color, royal jubilees. These aren't just ceremonies. They're cultural exports, drawing millions of tourists and creating memories across generations. Yet, the royals are more than pageantry. They're part of Britain's diplomatic fabric, charitable landscape, and national psyche. Landmarks like Buckingham Palace and Windsor Castle are symbols of both heritage and hope. Critics may question the monarchy's future, but its global pull is undeniable. No other country blends royalty and relatability quite like the UK. That mix of history, humanity, and heritage is one more reason the UK is the best country in the world. 3. It's one of the world's most diverse countries. Walk through London, Leicester, or Manchester, and you'll see the world in one place. The UK is home to people from all backgrounds, faiths, and cultures. And this diversity isn't just tolerated, it's celebrated. From Diwali in Birmingham to Notting Hill Carnival in London, from Caribbean food stalls to Polish bakeries, multiculturalism is baked into daily life. This richness adds color to British culture. It means more stories, more food, more music, more ideas. Schools are multicultural. TV is inclusive. Friendships cross boundaries. And in a world often divided, that unity in diversity feels like a quiet revolution. The UK shows that identity doesn't have to be singular. You can be proudly British and proudly something else. That layered belonging gives Britain its depth, soul, and strength. In embracing the world, the UK reflects the best of humanity, and that's why it's one of the best countries on earth. 2. It has an incredible global influence. Few nations punch above their weight quite like the UK. Despite its size, it has influenced the world in politics, culture, science, sport, language, and law. English is now a global language, rooted in these islands. Parliamentary democracy? Inspired by British governance? Common law? Spread from British courts. Global news, education, and finance? London is a hub. British films, music, and literature fill shelves, playlists, and theaters worldwide. And its TV shows, from The Crown to Doctor Who, are watched on every continent. But Britain doesn't demand attention. It earns it, through quality, integrity, and curiosity, through diplomacy, storytelling, and invention. This quiet influence, what's called soft power, is enormous. It makes Britain not just admired, but trusted. In a connected world, being both familiar and inspiring is a rare feat. That's why the UK continues to shine. 1. The UK just feels like home. At the heart of everything, the humor, the tea, the royalty, the resilience, is a feeling of belonging, of comfort, of being part of something that's larger than yourself, but still deeply personal. The UK just feels like home. Maybe it's the smell of rain on cobblestones, the warmth of a pub in winter, the friendliness of a shopkeeper, the rhythm of life in small towns and big cities alike. Maybe it's the familiarity of politeness, the love of underdogs, the deep affection for a well-brewed cup of tea. The UK doesn't try to be perfect. It tries to be human. And that's why people love it, defend it, return to it, and dream of it. For many, Britain isn't just a place on the map, it's a place in the heart. That, more than anything else, is why the UK is the best country in the world. From stone castles to digital revolutions, the UK has done it all, with charm, courage, and a cup of tea in hand. These are just 15 reasons the UK is the best country in the world, but really, there are thousands. Because Britain isn't just a country, it's a way of life. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and turn on the notification bell.